What's up? Once again, your boy Chuck Wick Ills, aka Charles Brown, back again with another live version of Talking Facts. This time we're gonna talk about boy, Vic Mensa. Came out this week that he got a verse, a cipher verse, going at your boy Xxxtentacion, a dead man, killed in a robbery gone wrong. He was a victim of violence in the street, and some people feel like you shouldn't be talking crazy about a dead person. I think that is pretty much a fact. I think it's a fact that you should not be speaking ill of the dead. So, if we look into this, we find out first of all, let's start at the beginning. The news flash comes across my phone and many other people's phones that Vic Mensa has dissed Xxxtentacion at the BET CYPHER with his mom present. That is the actual gist of what happened yesterday, what we thought happened the day before yesterday. Is Vic Mensa went into BET, bust a freestyle about a dead man, calling him an abuser and that he was a woman beater, and we idolize him. Nobody knows what the actual verse, because we ain't getting the whole verse. We're not getting the whole verse. But what we are getting is reports that Vic Mensa basically is calling out XXX for his past allegations, things of that nature. He supposedly beat his girlfriend on several occasions. He supposedly threatened her with a hanger and a poker or something, like just this and that, like a lot of stuff. He supposedly bust her eye, all this stuff. He was going to court, going to jail over and over for this situation. He was fighting it. He was basically saying it wasn't true and that the girl is lying, which anyone is going to say that is facing any type of felony, any type of charge. Your first thing going to be 9 times out of 10, you're going to say the person's lying. So we don't have that to go on. We can't just say, oh, he's innocent because he said he's lying. I saw a lot of fans of his saying that he therefore is innocent because he claimed that the girl is lying. And we can't go by that. So what else? What else we got? We got court documents saying this and that. We also got the girl recanting her statement on different occasions. We got him getting arrested for witness tampering for reaching out to the girl. So the case is all over the place. One thing I do know is that he died before the actual case was resolved. I believe at this point, since he has died, they have dropped all charges against him. And he is not, as of right now, being charged as a as a domestic abuser. So, with that being said, some people believe him. Some people believe he's innocent. A lot of people don't know, and some people still think he's guilty. Vic Mensa rose up. Now, mind you, let's get it straight. This dude has been dead for at least since June. July, August, September, October. We're talking 4 months ago. This dude has been dead 4 months, easily. Why is there a freestyle recorded around June? So mind you, let's just dial it back. So this guy says, once the reports come out, people go ape shit. You're dissing a dead man. You are a piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. It's a bitch shit. Blah blah. I don't fuck with Mick. Another L for Vic Mensa. This is what the people are saying in the comments. Vic Mensa gets the heat wave of a lifetime, comes out with a video, not apologize. He didn't apologize. He said he felt bad that his mom was in the audience, but he stands by his words that we are idolizing domestic violence abusers, guys who beat women, and as a society, we're whack for that. We're whack for that. So my thing is, this was 4 months ago. So 2 things have happened in that 4 months. He claims that he recorded his verse. I don't want to skip that. He claims that he recorded this freestyle verse 4 months ago in June. Now, this is my thing. Let's say I recorded a freestyle dissing somebody in June who then dies in June, right? You recorded in June. He maybe died 4 days later, a week later, whatever. Would my next call immediately be to BET or my management, my representation? I would be getting on the phone, be like, yo, that freestyle that I bust down, yeah, we're going to have to edit that, bleep that, take something out, because I literally just dissed a dead man. I don't need that kind of heat. I don't need that kind of drama. Okay, fine. So if you're going to say that you're going to diss a dead man and that you're going to roll with this, then you're going to expect the heat to come with it. So I'm going to say you didn't make the call. He didn't make the call to have that verse bleeped or re-edited or whatever. So then you wanted to smoke. You don't forget what you said when you know when this verse drop is gonna kill the game. So you know in June when you're recording that verse that you're coming at arguably one of the biggest artists in rap at the time. One of the biggest artists. I'm not saying he's the biggest, but he's one of. It is a fact. Right now, you can name 10 hottest artists. I don't think they were doing his numbers. As far as touring, as far as the video views he was getting, as far as the buzz online, the metrics of his name being spoken, what it would bring to people's channels, it was only him and maybe 2 other people that got that kind of buzz. So you're dissing a guy who gets mega buzz before he dies. You're going to remember that you did that. You're going to remember that, hey, I went at this dude. So if you don't delete that or you don't change that, you did it on purpose. So we can take I recorded that months ago out the window. We're going to take that out the window because you can't leave that and then not expect the backlash. And then you really basically say, I'm only sorry that his mom was there. So you're really not sorry for the thing at all. So let's start there. So we got a rapper whose career not really where it needs to really be. To be honest with you. Not really where the career needs to be. We have several manufactured beefs. And I'm going to just say for the record, I don't know Vic Mensa. I learned of Vic Mensa, to be honest with you. I didn't know, I just knew his name. I hear everybody's name. Some way, one way or another. Kodak Black. I hear all this stuff. Before I ever hear your song, I'm going to hear your name. When I really first even saw this dude was on Everyday Struggle. When I first saw him, when I first heard him speak, everything was Everyday Struggle. That was the point where I listened to him talking and I was trying to figure out, what he's about. Just like when I saw Russ. Russ was really annoying. When I saw Russ on Everyday Struggle, it was really difficult to watch, but I couldn't turn away because it was so exaggerated and it was just so, but it's fine. I mean, you guys don't love me, but I don't care. It's fine. It's okay. It was such a victim that it became enjoyable to watch. At the same time, it was really annoying. So the first time I ever saw Vic Mensa was the same way, was on Everyday Struggle. And on Everyday Struggle, I saw something that I kind of thought was kind of suspect at that point, to me. To me. Now, it ain't no disrespect to the dude or nothing or whatever, but I don't feel like, so listen, yes. This guy comes from Chicago. It's very dangerous. It's a lot of stuff going on. I can't sit somewhere with a dude that I have zero respect for, sit right beside him for 30 minutes. Then when he asks me a question, I come back and say, oh yeah, I ain't really like that shit you said, and I was going to smack you. So I'm like, what? Hold on, you just sat beside this dude academics for like 30 minutes. And then you lean and tell him you was going to smack him for the war in Chirac videos that he did a while back. Everybody was watching that. So I'm like, why, what are you going to smack him for? Okay, so then as soon as you walked in Everyday Struggle, should have smacked him on site. This is my thing, man. I really can't get behind something where it's supposed to look tough, but it's really not that tough, in my opinion. I'm not saying the dude ain't tough. But what I'm saying is the dude can't sit there for 30 minutes, then turn to the dude and said, I was going to smack you. I don't agree with that. Why didn't you smack him then? Like, I don't understand that. Then when he left the show, it got all up in arms and it got all tough and this and that. I'm like, yo, so that was the first red flag for me. That was the first red flag for me with this whole, again, I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just asking the question. Why would you approach this dude who clearly is not a fighter at all? He's clearly not a tough guy. All right, so let's go. And, if I'm academics, I'm saying, well, people, I don't live there. So people from there are sending me this stuff. I don't live there. There's no way for me to know this stuff. If I'm not supposed to be posting this and no one gave me the authority to post this, there's somebody sending me this from your city, bro. So somebody wants me to do this. But I digress. So he has that whole thing. Then he has some other thing where he's coming at not XX. He coming at 6ix9ine came at 6ix9ine probably a month after all the Chicago shit that went down. And it's just like, really? And then it's like, every time I see this dude going to drop something, that's when he comes at another rapper. So a lot of people feel like he's sincere with these attacks and blah, blah, blah. I look at it as PR, in my opinion. It looks like PR stuff. It looks like stuff for to get your name buzzing. And his name right now that he's done this freestyle, which no one has even heard yet, that's supposedly coming out, his name is on fire. Fire. You Google Vic Mensa, you're getting Vic Mensa, Xxxtentacion. You can't find nothing else about this dude right now. Absolutely nothing else. Vic Mensa, Xxxtentacion, linked up with the biggest name in music right now, as far as young people are concerned. So it worked to a degree. His name is trending. He's buzzing. I'm sure there's some music to follow, which is whatever. This is what we do. The Game does it. When he did it with Meek Mill, right before he dropped an album, everybody does it. Not everybody, but a lot of people do it. They play the game. They use the beef. This dude just did it. Machine Gun Kelly just used that beef and dropped a quick EP. Didn't work for sales because it didn't really sell. Matter of fact, Machine Gun Kelly's EP was his lowest selling release. Probably made half the numbers he normally makes because he rushed it out. He thought that his big buzz with Eminem was going to push that over the top. It did not. It is what it is. So, right after that, this guy comes out with this whole whatever freestyle, whatever. Now he's trending, and we got people talking about it's a whole debate whether XXX really did beat him. If he did beat the girl, Then he deserved to get that what he got. Just because he died, it don't matter. It is what it is. Just like when this dude, the dude from New York, he dissed Joey Badass Boy. He dissed him. Steez. He dissed him. I can't remember this guy's name right now. But he talked about him committing suicide. And he dissed him in a rap. And a lot of people came at him. And a lot of people defended him, saying, in a battle, you can say whatever you want to say. I disagree. I feel like when you're disrespecting the dead and you know they're dead, they're not here to defend themselves. Just like Lil Xan is like, oh, Tupac, I'm whatever he said. It's lame, bro. It's lame to me. It's lame. You have 4 months to catch that verse. Now, if you wanted to smoke, then it is what it is. You got it. But at some point, people are going to start questioning when you come out with these. Is it sincere? Because you have 4 months to say this. You could have said this on an Instagram post. That's how we figure it's contrived. If you're going to write a rap and throw it on a freestyle cypher on BET, which means maximum exposure. So you're doing it to get maximum exposure. If you felt this strongly about it, you just would have made an Instagram post and added the nigga, in my opinion. But even deeper than that, it comes to the attention of people who don't know that this guy admittedly hit his own girlfriend or choked her or whatever. So then the plot thickens as to how can you make any assumption? How can you make any disparaging remark to a dude in the same field as you that's rapping just like you rapping and say he did something so heinous and egregious that we need to stop celebrating him? But at the same time, Vic Mensa went on the Breakfast Club and admitted to doing the same exact thing. I don't know how that's something you do, because at that point, once you admit to the same thing, you can no longer judge the man for doing it. And I don't even know if the dude apologized for the shit. So Academics and Wayno, I think it was this morning, have a debate about it. Wayno saying that since he acknowledged it on Breakfast Club, he at that point get to be able to come at anybody else for the same thing because he's acknowledging his own faults. Now he can point that out. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. I don't think just because I slapped a bitch, now I can chastise you for slapping a bitch. I disagree with that. I don't think you have any right. I don't think you have any right, living or dead, to chastise me for some shit you did yourself. You understand? That's like Bill Cosby coming at somebody else for a sexual assault allegation when you got allegations yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I disagree wholeheartedly that just because he came clean about some shit he did, now you can go at this man. So we got to look at the whole picture. It's fair to say that Vic Mensa's career is not where it needs to be. It's fair. It's fair to say that he was out way before Xxxtentacion. It's fair to say that Vic Mensa is signed to Jay-Z, Rock Nation, probably one of the biggest labels on the planet. It's fair to say that Vic Mensa went on tour with Jay-Z a few months ago. And it's fair to say Vic Mensa has had many videos to prove his worth in this rap game. With all that being said, you should not have to speak on Xxxtentacion. So why are you doing it? It is, in my opinion, it is clearly for the buzz. He definitely not the only one that got claims of beating a girl up. I believe Kodak Black went to jail for that. I think he supposedly beat up a girl. I could be wrong. It's quite a few guys that have these charges of hitting a woman. Khalees just accused Nas of doing that. Did he do it? Who knows? He said he didn't. wrote a long-ass 4-page Instagram post saying that she's bugging. But at the end of the day, he's accused. He's accused. So where are we going with this? If you're going to attack this guy and nobody else, it has to be drawn to conclusion you attacked him for quote-unquote clout. It has to be. Because the way it was done before release. It's done 4 months after he's dead. It's done on the BET CYPHER, which that means you had to write that and contrive that and record that and sit on that. And sit on that. Until now. Until it dropped at the thing. His mom is in the audience. The literally most disrespectful shit ever. Literally the most disrespectful shit ever. Imagine somebody did that when Pac died and they went and recorded some shit and they said the shit at the Cypher or BT 4 months after Pac died. That nigga wouldn't have made it out the building. Point blank. That nigga who did that ain't making it out that building. So you know that it's not going to be a thing where he's going to have mad thugs coming at you because he doesn't move like that. He doesn't have that kind. His fan base is like not that. A lot of emo teenagers, they're not going to touch you, do nothing to you. So at that point, it's okay. It's a green light. There are certain people right now, you're not going to say their name in a rap no matter what you say. So this is my thing. I don't think, yes, he may be feeling that way. Vic Mensa may be feeling a way about abusers. But right now, just like academics said, it's pandering. It's pandering. I have to judge on the side of reason. I have to judge on the side of reason. It's pandering to abuse victims and people who denounce abusers and people who don't like XXX. It is literally pandering. Because you wouldn't do it this way. You would have added, this dude had them charges over 2 years. Over 2 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, that he had these charges. All of a sudden in 2018, when the dude clearly ain't hitting no girls at all, we are talking about glorifying abusers. And we're calling him out 2 years later. This can't be right. It can't be right. It has to be called for what it is. This is insane, bro. Because that freestyle had so many chances to be caught before it was gone. If you didn't want to disrespect a dead man. If you didn't want to disrespect a dead man, that freestyle could have been caught. Had you mentioned one word to the label, that whole thing would have been nixed. They would have gotten on the phone immediately because they don't need that smoke. They don't need that smoke. Now you're dividing his fans against you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And we can't even put all the onus on this guy. BET is lame. Because how do you have to listen to that just to edit the curse words. You have to edit the whole cipher itself. You have to change camera shots, all that. How do you not hear that? How do you not hear that? That means you guys ain't even listening to this shit. You're listening for curse words and that's it. All right, it's good. Let's go. In this era where people are dying over beef, bro, or getting locked up for beef in the streets, rappers are dying, getting killed. You're going to air some shit on your station where a dude is taking shots at another dude? At the end of the day, they both were supposed to be there. So what would have really happened was, if XXX was alive, they both would have been at the recording of the show. So you're going to let a freestyle dissing the guy. He's sitting over there and this guy's sitting over there. Really, bro? That's what y'all was going to do? Y'all was going to have These two dudes in the building, and then let this dude verse come up on the screen dissing the man that's right there. How is that going to play out? How is that going to play out? So, BET is lame. This whole thing is lame. And no, Xxxtentacion ain't no saint, bro. He ain't no saint by no stretch of the imagination. But that's not the point. Tupac wasn't a saint either. Biggie wasn't a saint either. They say Biggie beat the shit out of Faith. Dragged her by her hair and everything, and Lil' Kim. We still adore Biggie. What you gonna say about Biggie? So what I'm saying is, you're calling out one guy for shit that's rampant. Don't call out one guy. Call out, if you're gonna say it, then say it about a blanket statement. Don't point at one dude. It's the can of worms you don't want to open. It's a can of worms that you don't want to open. It's mad dudes with domestic of allegations. If you're not going to go at all of them, don't go at none of them. You singling out this guy, dead or alive, you knew that it wasn't going to lead to much. You knew that. So for you to write a verse with this man name in it, dead or alive, when he was all on his peace and positivity and this, that, and the third, it kind of screamed attention. It kind of screamed attention. The record sales ain't there. The love ain't there. The applause, the accolades ain't there. You have a fan base that's what it is, but it ain't what it should be in this digital media era with all these social things that you can use to become hot. Your buzz ain't where it needs to be. So now you're jumping on every other buzz, every wave, trying to get the buzz up by dissing, which is great. It's fine for whatever it is, but then the backlash comes with it. I wholeheartedly disagree with whether you recorded it 4 months ago or yesterday, dissing a dead man for shit that is 50 other motherfuckers with the same fucking charge, allegation, or whatever you want to call it. It's mad rappers that have been accused of woman beating. But you pointing at this dude. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You could have already said this shit. These allegations are nothing new. You could have said this shit last year. You could have said this shit 2 months ago. You set it up for the BET Awards, which is fine. That's a great move. Kudos. But then at the end of the day, the heat is going to come. The heat is there. So now, don't make a video saying I'm sad his mom. You know his mom was going to be there. You know that. Well, if he was alive or dead, his mom was going to be there. His mom was going to be there. So, end of the day, I'm going to have to call it like I see it. This is not a genuine, in my opinion, a genuine move. This is a stunt. This is a stunt, which every rapper pulls stunts to some degree. Kanye pulls stunts every day he wake up, he pull a different stunt. He deleted his Twitter and Instagram. That's a stunt. Everything is a stunt. So this is a stunt. It's well calculated. I don't think it's going to work out the way that he thought it was. I don't think it's going to work out that way. I think this is going to be something that haunts this man. He's going to be looked at now as a dude that's desperate for attention. This is not what you wanted to get. He already caught all the L's when he went at academics, who clearly doesn't want no beef. You want to him about some Chirac shit that he already did and stopped doing a year before you saw him. But it is what it is. This is what I got to say, and I'm going to leave it at that. This is no disrespect to Vic Mensa or nobody that run with him, but I'm calling it like I see it. I think this is a bad move. I think this is going to backfire because now everybody's going to be digging up your past, your history. When you stand on a soapbox, somebody going to try to knock you off of it. My name is Chuck Wick Ills, a.k.a. Charles Brown. Follow me. Like the video. Don't like the video. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We on all that. CLBMG. CLBMG.com. Audio Liquor Magazine. ALE. We doing all that good stuff like that there. Make sure you holler at me. I'll be back with the next Talking Facts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.